On June 2004, that girl stood silently, covered in blood, in the hallway of Okubo Elementary School in Sasebo City. Natsumi Tsuji, then 11 years old. She held a box cutter, and the hem of her blood-soaked hakama pants was so stained it looked like it had been dipped in water. The homeroom teacher, seeing this, immediately took the box cutter away from her. Thinking she was injured, the teacher checked to make sure she was okay. Then she muttered a few words. "It's not mine. It's not me." She was standing there. She pointed in the direction of the study room, which was not far from the hallway. They immediately headed to the study room. What the homeroom teacher saw was her classmate, Vita Lailemi, lying on the floor covered in blood. It was a gruesome scene. Today, I will introduce a shocking case in which an elementary school student killed a classmate. For some reason, the murder was committed and discussed online. She was given the nickname Nevada Tan. An unusual situation occurred where she became popular because of this nickname. What made her commit murder? And why was the internet so strangely excited? The victim was Mitarai-san, and she were originally good friends on the same mini basketball team which Mitarai-san led. They shared the website password and also had a common hobby of drawing pictures. In February 2004, while in 5th grade, Tsuji cited her falling grades as the reason. Her mother made her leave the mini basketball team, and she became even more introverted. Perhaps because she lost one of her places to belong, her mental state became increasingly unstable. Actually, at that time, her class was in a state similar to classroom collapse. Taking advantage of that situation, she started sleeping during class and became violent toward the boys in her class. From March, she started exchanging diaries with a few classmates. In early May 2004, Tsuji wrote "Next so-and-so" in her diary. Classmates in the exchange diary began imitating that, which she disliked. She insisted on banning the use of "next so-and-so." Most of the classmates stopped using this expression, but later became victims. Only Mr. Mitarai argued back, saying that "next" is just an English word, so it's not plagiarism. It was a minor incident, yet this was when a rift formed between them. Around late May during play, when Mitarai carried her on his back, he commented that she was heavy, and she replied, "How rude." After that, Mitarai wrote on his own website that the way she spoke was cutesy and fake. She saw that and shared it. She logged into the site with the password, deleted that post, and even changed the avatar without permission. However, Mitarai posted the same thing again and also made provocative comments about the unauthorized changes. This made her angrier than ever, so she broke into Mitarai's website again and actually reset the entire site. On May 31st, even then, her anger didn't subside, and she seriously thought about how she could kill Mitarai. Inspired by a drama she was watching, she devised a way to kill. Then, during the break after second period on June 1, Mitarai wrote that she wanted to leave the exchange diary. She handed the note to a classmate. After reading the note, she said, "That's right. If so, why not quit everything?" 12:15. An incident occurs. As lunch preparations start at school, she tells Mitarai, "Come here for a moment. It's unlike the classroom." She brings him to the study room, closes the curtains, and seats him. She covers Mitarai's eyes with her hand and repeatedly slashes his neck and left hand from behind with a box cutter. The cuts are so deep that the bone is visible, and a large amount of blood flows out. After that, she didn't leave the scene right away. She stayed for about 15 minutes, wiping the blood with a handkerchief. She looked closely at Santarai's face and touched his body to make sure he wasn't moving. At 12:35, after getting ready for lunch, the class said "Itadakimasu" together. When they said it, the homeroom teacher noticed 2 students were absent. Hearing running in the hallway, the homeroom teacher checked and found her covered in blood. This is where the opening scene occurs as they hurry to the learning room. The homeroom teacher called for an ambulance, shouting, "Ambulance! Ambulance!" He tried to stop Santarai's bleeding. The scene was truly shocking. Later, when the scene was reviewed, it was so traumatic that teachers and others showed post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. After that, she was taken to the police and interrogated for 40 minutes, during which she admitted, "I cut him with a box cutter." She immediately confessed to the killing, saying she prepared to kill on Saturday and carried it out on Monday, the 9th. "I was going to do it then, but I thought I'd get caught, so I did it today. I waited until he died, so I wouldn't get caught. I returned to the classroom to ensure I could kill him with a box cutter. An elementary school student killed a classmate. The shocking content was quickly covered on television every day, but things escalated even more abnormally online. On television, she quickly became a hot topic because she was generally considered cute. She had a petite figure and wore baggy clothes. Her clothes said Nevada, so she was called Nevada Tan and drew attention. Illustrations and cosplay of her spread, and her name was even used by bands overseas. 7 days after the incident, on June 8, 2004, the Sasebo branch of the Nagasaki family court decided to hold a juvenile hearing. A lawyer met with her and listened to her story. At that time, she said she wanted to meet and apologize. That's right. They confirmed her responses one by one. The lawyer was very much toward her, even though she was a young 6th grader. They said she gave the impression of being about a 4th grader. Another lawyer noted she was short and had a childish look. They simply had her sign the attendant appointment form. They said her firm handwriting suggested she might not be as childish as she looked. Afterward, due to possible developmental disorder, it continued for 3 months. A psychiatric evaluation was conducted, and the results showed that although she was significantly behind her peers emotionally, it was not something that should be considered a disorder. On September 15, 2004 at 10:30 a.m., she received her sentence. The Nagasaki family court sent her to a juvenile support facility. They issued a protective measure allowing compulsory action for 2 years. 4 years later, in spring 2008, she left the facility and was reintegrated into society. Very few people know what happened to her after that, because that information could hinder her reintegration into society. That's why all that information is kept hidden. As of 2021, she is 28 years old. Even now, there are still a few people who are concerned about her whereabouts, and various rumors are circulating. Some people say that she has been adopted by a supporter. Others say that she married her own fan and even has children. They also say that she used to be angry. Huh? Did it really go as far as killing a classmate? About the reason for that, experts attribute it to her limited chances to socialize with friends. Her school bus route had few daily buses, so after school she rarely got to hang out with classmates. Because of that, she was introverted. The only thing she participated in was a mini basketball team, which became her emotional support. She's different from her. If I had more chances to meet people with different values, or learned how to manage my stress and worries, I think maybe things wouldn't have turned out like this. He became a murderer when he was in elementary school. What is the woman thinking now, and how is she spending her time? Is that something only she can know? Incidents like this shouldn't happen again, especially as the internet becomes a bigger part of our daily lives. It makes us rethink how we use the internet today. I sincerely pray for Ms. Iremi's soul to rest in peace. Well then, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching.